Pre-Algebra Lesson 7-6, Solving Multi-Step Inequalities. So we solved inequalities in our last two lessons. We added and subtracted, and we also multiplied and divided. Whenever you're multiplying or dividing by a negative number, you need to switch the direction your inequality is facing. So let's do an example. It says solve 6x plus 15 is greater than 9 and check our solution. After we check it, we'll graph it on the number line. So 6x plus 15 is greater than 9. We want to treat it just like this is an equal sign. So we want to solve for x. To do that, we have to subtract 15 from both sides. So we have 6x is greater than 9 minus 15. That's going to be a negative 6. Now we're going to solve for x by dividing both sides by 6. The 6's cancel, and we're dividing with a positive number so we can keep our inequality facing the same direction. Negative 6 divided by 6 is negative 1. X is greater than negative 1. To check our solution, we can try any number that's greater than negative 1. I'm going to use 0 just because that makes it really easy. You can use any number greater than negative 1. 6 times 0 plus 15 is greater than 9. Anything times 0 is 0, so we have 15 is greater than 9, which is true. So our answer is correct. We need to graph it now. Find, oops, I didn't put negatives. On some of them I did. Find negative 1 on the number line. We're going to have an open circle because we don't have a line under our inequality, and it says we're going to go to the right because x is greater than negative 1. Now let's see. Our next one, 10 minus 3a is less than or equal to 25 plus 2a. This one's going to have a couple more steps. First thing, we want to get our a's on the same side of the equal sign and everything else on the other side. I always like to keep my variable on the left side of the equal sign or inequality. So I'm going to move the a by subtracting 2a from both sides. Over here we have 10 minus 5a is less than or equal to 25, because these cancel. They add up to 0. To solve, we want the a, or our variable, to be on the left and everything else to be on the right. So we're going to subtract 10 from both sides. This adds up to 0. We have negative 5a is less than or equal to 15. 25 minus 10 is 15. Solve for a by dividing both sides by negative 5. So we have a. We divided by a negative number, so we have to make our inequality go the opposite direction. And then 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. We have a is greater than or equal to negative 3. We need to check our answer. You can use any number that is greater than or equal to negative 3. You could use negative 3 if you wanted to. Let's use 0 again. 10 minus 3 times 0 is less than or equal to 25 plus 2 times 0. Because here's negative 3, here's 0. 0 is more than negative 3. So 10 minus 0 is less than or equal to 25 plus 0. We are just left with 10 and 25. 10 is less than or equal to 25. That's true. So this answer is correct. We need to graph it on our number line. Find negative 3. We're going to have a closed circle because there's a line under our inequality, and our arrow is going to go to the right because it says a is greater than or equal to negative 3.